different things for every drive. It hurt the first half. You look back, you never know this is going to come back to get you until you see that they got you a little bit. But it was 2 field goals. I think first drive, we had an opportunity here or there, potentially just didn't make a play, and got points out of it, which is good. So both kind of situations, kind of keep looking back and studying, going, should have called something differently. Was it a poor execution or whatnot? And the last one, we did the second half, we did a great job until we fumbled. Because it was going, even though with the fumble, it was first and goal on the 6 after we fumbled, but after we had the penalty, it was like first and goal on the 6, and we got to the 1. That's just a fumble, so nothing there. I thought I figured it out pretty well in the second half. We gotta keep trucking. Gotta keep trucking on that. It's good we're getting points, we're just not scoring enough touchdowns. So as a point after this in practice, and keep trucking.
So how do you emphasize that in practice?
Do the situational stuff with ball inside 15 and get the looks you're gonna see defensively from the team you're playing against, and go get it. Keep going. And then you got, like I've always said before, is it plays? Is it not putting the right guys in the right spots? Is it should call something differently? And all there's so many things always add into it. So that's how you do. That's how you practice. So it's been good. Been good to see. Excited to see what happens.
So what do you think UCF wants to do against you guys?
Overall,
yeah,
they're sound. I mean, they lost last week, but they've been sound defensive, statistically pretty good. Most of their stuff statistically, they run well. I'm sure they're going to put pressure on us from their front. They can. They play a lot of man coverage. They run really well. So I think they're probably trying. Hopefully, probably if I'm them, probably trying to get pressure their front four. They can, and try to play coverage in the back end.
What do you like about you had 2 plays where you had one where Cole got to run and one where Zeke got to do it. What do you like about, I guess, giving those guys the chance?
You try to get guys who can make plays on the field. So they've shown the ability to in practice. They did a really good job of that. And it's kind of like, it wasn't as much Jason Jalen-ish, but it's just like you got guys and you have with Daniel not playing in that game, you're like, okay, can we get ball distribution to the guys, to different people? So it's like E-man in the backfield, and different ways to get guys that can really make plays. And keeping 2 quarterbacks on the field is good because they can still, it's not like if you take one, we do it differently. I mean, both those kids can throw. Like we can do a lot of different things. So I think the athleticism they both shown in practice has given us the confidence to say, let's do what we need to. And it makes the defense after practice, which is good.
Was there option there for either of those plays? For
Maybe not. I guess you gotta keep watching, you never know.
See what's happening.
So far this season with Jalen quarterback, I think you guys are averaging like on third down is like 37. Is there a particular reason you're saying first and second down that you guys are being forced in situations where it's a lot more?
I know, what was that again? What did we say initially?
I think you guys with Jalen at quarterback are averaging 37 when it goes to third down. Against FBS of course. But is there a particular reason that you're seeing it be like turning a longer third down situation?
No, you know the crazy thing, and I was thinking about this. I can't do any statistical analysis right now because I didn't look hard at it. But like the last 2 games, we've made some better plays on third and long than we did third and medium. The problem I'm having right now is at this point with our third and medium, our third and 4-2-7. Now, like I said before, every year, I'm a math guy, so you want to play a stats game, I can play a stats game with you guys. But there's situations sometimes where you're trying to get to fourth down and manageable. You know, because we're at 3 and 9, I think that we're 2 and 2 on fourth down. So you do the math skills there, like, well, then it really becomes 5 and 9. So I mean, there's different ways to look at different numbers. Sometimes we've got games where we've got leads and we're 3rd and 9, we just hand the ball off. We're not gonna make it, you know, so there's different things in that. But the thing that we were really good at last year was that 4-7. I thought we were really good. Devin was terrific. Luke and Jared Cage were making plays. They were doing really good things in that 4-7 range, where it should be the third end manageable, as people like to call it. You try to get to it. And we haven't been as successful in that deal for a multitude of reasons. Maybe missed a throw or a poor route or protection or whatever it's been, or try to run it and not get it. You know, so it's been those kind of moves. So we have to keep working on that. The third and long has been weird because, like, I think you're running once or twice. Third and I think the corner route we threw to Cam was like 3rd and 10 or something. Yeah. You know, like crazy. Like we were better on third and long than our third and medium. So that's another area of improvement practice-wise. The 2 big areas that I keep working on. Like, okay. So to me, it's like a puzzle. Like each year is different. Like, we gotta keep trying to figure this thing out, or just stay the heck out of them. But no, we gotta keep working on it. So it is a great question. Sometimes at 3rd and 7 or 8, sometimes maybe we started off with a play action, didn't work, and then you run, you got to 3rd and 7 sometimes. So sometimes that is, because I don't remember many third downs in the second. I think we only had 4 third downs in the second half. I think we were 2 of 4 if you want to play the statistical game. I think it was 2 of 4, I think we were 1 of 5 at the end first half. So we stayed out of them, and we had less drives. We did a pretty good job in that situation. I think we got better, but yes, 2 areas we definitely need to improve on if we want to be where we need to get to offensively.
Jalen's on pace for one of the best statistical seasons by his quarterback. What's that journey been like over the last year from the point that you said he was really pressing, things weren't looking good, he was in that point, and what's he doing better and doing well now?
I think one of the things is we're probably throwing the ball a little more earlier maybe, kind of getting a little bit of a rhythm, some shorter stuff's been good for us, I think, or getting those situations. I think that's been good. I think the confidence level that he has in our offense right now. And maybe it's a comfort level for me, obviously, because we've been together for 5 years. I think that the relationship we have, I think, has helped sit down with him, I think he knows what's coming. I think that's been really confident. I think that's the fun part of the journey, seeing the excitement he had, some of the throws he's made. Like, I mean, first play of the game, I expected to go 93 or whatever. It was a RPO run play, and he read through it. The cornerback cheated, and we thought he could cheat. We didn't know he was going to. And that's, I think, the progression he made, like, not assuming it's going to happen, reading it true, and it happened. So I think I'm making better decisions. I think normal down distance situation has been so much better. And being able to run and not take that chance. Then we got to get to the point of, at the end of the game, sometimes when you don't have much time left, like me and him talk after the game, like the 26 seconds, you need to take a chance. You know, so that's a different switch you got to turn. So that's where I think that's the last part of it. I always call, there's different parts of progressions for quarterback. I go, I say, you played great. I go, 16-2 is terrific. People, I don't look at someone told me, I'm like, that's awesome. I knew it's a pretty good number. I kind of look at the bad stuff. I look at sacks. I look at interceptions. So I remember, I know it's 2, and then the only sack we took in the game was a naked. Like, so we've been really well in that regard. The 16, I don't even think about it and that stuff. I think he's done a really good job minimizing, making great plays, and minimizing poor decisions. But then you got to kind of flip the switch and go, okay, 26 seconds, you're going to have to make a dicey throw. So you need a chunk play somewhere to get, so that's where I think we have to do that. And we have to work on that practice. You got to throw. Last year, we did a great job. What did we do well? And sometimes I ain't gonna show. I ain't gonna show maybe for weeks. You don't know what. You just keep on doing it. But like that deep for gotta try and get up. I like to always say it might be double. Find the guy who's not double covered and make a play. See what happens.
How do you address the ball security as a ball carrier? Because
we do it so much. I know. I do it so much. We do it all the time. Just keep on harping and stressing in there. We talk about grabbing the watch. He just didn't grab the watch. He made a great play. I thought he reached out for it. Talking about Jalen, right?
Yeah.
Thought he reached out for it, and I watched the copy, and then I watched the TV copy also, because sometimes you get different views of it. And he's just got knocked out. He just didn't grab. He didn't cover. He wasn't trying. I thought at first, I'm like, oh no, did he try to score? He really didn't. He was fighting for it. A lot of times, it comes down to wanting it so bad that you got to know when it's done. It's like talking about it's over. The play's done. You got to the one to stop and it's covered up. And that's where you just keep on stressing and showing, and then keep going back to blast or all that good stuff.
How hard is it to get that first down on kind of a last-minute desperation drive? Because it seems like sometimes you guys have success when you have a longer period of time and can stretch it out. But
I'd say easier. Sometimes you have your playbook's bigger. With more time where you can run quarterback drive and let him go run around. Where he's going to sit in the pocket. You got to make a chunk. So it is difficult, more difficult, but you got to do it. And you just got to put him. I got to do a better job putting him in those situations within practice, like certain throw. Hey, this, and so he knew it was coming. We talked about the whole drive, because the weird thing about that drive was like we were in 2 mode. We were in, hey, we might have to still get the first down mode. Then I got down to, or kneel. Do we have to take a delayed kneel to get a delayed kneel to get extra seconds? 2 also, hey, but if they do score, we got to get back in touchdown field goal mode. That worst can be a field goal. So it's like a lot of different conversations. So me and him, I laid out the coach we laid out the whole drive that was coming. Like those 4 plays that came, or at least the first were coming, were coming. Like we knew it had. Like, hey, you just got to prepare for all different things. So yeah, but the first one's tough because you're trying to say you have one timeout, so you can't play in the middle. And we had an opportunity, I think, Emmanuel a little bit, and Keto was coming over, and I did potential a little bit. But you hope to get that one just to get going.
How would you evaluate the run game, and what do you feel like are the kind of next steps?
I thought the run game was solid in the second half. I thought we got what we needed out of it. To me, it's like, we were just talking about that, it's like, if you're doing something well and they're not stopping, then why are you going somewhere else? So they're struggling to stop the short passing, let's say. And what do you need to just keep doing it? It's just like when you're running the ball well, or when you're running about game tempo, you keep doing it and you can't stop it. So I think we've done a good job doing things that are keep drives going and do what the defense is giving us. Just like the second touchdown, Emmanuel caught that one play drive. What they were trying to do run game wise, we were running an unbalanced set, and they brought their free safety down and their backside safety down. Like they were bringing everybody to try and stop the run, the box, and that's what opened up that type of throw. So I think the second half was better. I think it got where we needed. LeSean had some runs, and Jalen was running around a little bit. So I think when you go touchdown, fumble, touchdown, you kind of got pretty good drives going. So I think that's where it's kind of been kind of the mixture part. Early on, they threw some 4 down at us, a little more than we thought, a little bit. So it's kind of like, okay, now hey, are they gonna play this 4 down? They had it in their package, but like, are they going 4 down now on us or 3 down? So you had to kind of feel. And sometimes the easier feels for me. I'll sometimes kind of maybe take a quick passing or some other stuff and kind of see what they're gonna do. So I thought it felt better. I was excited at the second half. I'm like, okay, we felt pretty good at halftime.
What have you thought of what Keaton's done recently? He had some big catches in there.
Fired up. You guys have been to practice and you see him like he's a talented young man. And it just looked like it was so fun because he caught a couple short throws. And then that corner route he ran in the fourth quarter, he snapped that kid like it was a great route, like a legit great route, snapped the kid off and made a great route and catch. And I was so excited, like, and that's what we know he has. So it's so fun to see him just keep building off that. It's like Bowen has some really big plays too, and it was fun to see him. What you've seen before, like, had some really big explosive plays too. It's kind of fun to see those guys kind of, not that the light goes off, but the confidence level. You're like, yes, because you know it's there. And he hadn't had many opportunities. Finally got some.
When you're up in the press box, what's your reaction when you see Bowden wide open?
Let's go. I feel like the Mason Fairchild, Jared Casey experience again, man, doesn't it? Like those kind of moments. But no, it's been good. He's been a really, like not a surprise. He knew he was good, but just done a really great job. You know, especially with something that's happened in that room now. He comes in like he got in there late. We had a good solid player, and he's been terrific. So it's pretty exciting to see that kind of. You see it for him. You're like, yes. Then you're just like, please make the throw. Jokingly, I saw that ball. I'm like, oh no, it was a hell of a catch. It really was it wasn't easy. It was a heck of a catch. That catch was a great catch. That Emmanuel's catch behind the second touchdown was impressive, man. It wasn't like it was like turned back a little bit, catch it, and then still spun off and went cruising. So it's pretty impressive.
Where do you think the tight end blocking is at this stage of the season?
Improving daily. I really do. I think it's seriously. I think it is. I think it's some of the stuff we're asking him to do. They keep getting better. Carson, being a young kid, he's kind of figuring it out. So it has his tools and skill set. But I think every day it keeps getting better and better. And now we'll figure out what they really are great at, because you kind of figure that out throughout the process too. But I'm excited about it. I think it's come around. Bowen's done a good job. I thought that was the best as a game progressed. I thought that was the most physical game those kids played. So it's been really fun to see.
Is there a reason do you see something with him, with Mason Fairchild, with Jared Casey that explains why these guys get so much separation and just sort of pop up into these pockets and are really open?
It's play calling, right?
Yeah, obviously.
You know this and I know this, and had to through Andy too when we sat down, and I was really fortunate with him. Had worked together for a long time, and we're both play action type guys, and we were back in the Whitewater days, not that we worked together, but we ran the ball exceptionally well Whitewater, and once you can do that, play action just come. But if you have the ability to run the ball, and whether you're doing it at a high clip or not, when people know you can, and you can bring in a bunch of heavy personnel formations, that's a lot of time when those things kind of bust open. A unique formation or heavy personnel type stuff, they have to respect the run, and that's when they know you can. I think that's a big part of it. I think that's how things sometimes people say bust open or blow wide open. It's just that, but it's a fact of us. It's a fact of us having the ability, knowing in the year we've been that we can run it, the ability to run it. It helps. And then throwing a lot of those guys out there, it's tough. Most defensive guys, they don't like a lot of heavy personnel type things out there all the time. And Iowa State's proven that for years, obviously. Throwing out the tight ends and all that stuff. And K-State, and we kind of built that same one, been built that way through Buffalo and here and so on.
Hey Jim, I don't know what Highshaw's status is, but I think LeSean played like 54 or 59 snaps. How big is it for like a Stewart or Thompson to develop?
It is, and I think that's still a week by week deal. And that game, it was weird because there were some short drives. So sometimes, a lot of people use the word rhythm or whatever, and it wasn't like you sometimes worry about what's he doing while he's out there. Sometimes if you're carrying the ball a ton of time, you need a low blow or low break. and he didn't have as many carries at certain times, so like, he wasn't getting tired, for lack of better words, he wasn't getting beat up or whatever you wanna call it, or just needed a break, so we can kinda keep giving the ball, he could keep going back out there. So it wasn't like there wasn't a lack of confidence in those two, it was a matter of, as well as getting ready, weren't getting him a ton of carries, so like, you wanna make sure he was still out there when you gave him the carries, cause the carries were kinda sporadic, and I know it was good to get it, cause he had a couple of great 8, 10, 12-yard type runs, but it wasn't like that consistent, it was kinda like last year, if Devin was ever getting a lot of carries and you give him a break, it wasn't like he was getting tired by getting all the carries. So there weren't too concerned, that's kind of why it happened. Great question.
I think you talked about Cole and Isaiah both being guys who are engaged, ready to go
Yeah.
in whenever, but when you have plays in the game plan where they can actually get in there and not just because you're up by a whole lot, like, do you sense any sort of added intent from them during the game?
During the week of practice, you see the little smile, like a little like, I think anybody gets a little package of plays, kind of like, okay, my time. And the weirdest thing that happened in the game was you kind of hope to potentially get those things out there sometimes. You don't want guys standing around for long periods of time and all the time to go out there. And the way that game kind of happened, I'm like, well, stay loose. Didn't happen to the fourth quarter for Isaiah, and then he almost gashed it. So it was a really testament to those guys for staying loose, and they have to, because we all know that the second guy's one snap away, one helmet away, and the third guy could be the second helmet away. So I think they do a great job of staying loose and keeping. Plus, there's so many darn TV timeouts, which is a good thing. I'm sure that's what financially takes care of us. But like those guys, a lot of times they throw and run around, be like 250 and 240, 310. So I think they do a great. You see them out there throwing all the time, just to stay kind of for those moments. 'Cause I think that's always, every spot's hard. So hard also you come in because your first moment could be 3rd and 11, and we need a throw. So that's why I think they're ready. It's okay that we did that.
Are they in your ear? Hey, call it. Please
No,
call it. Please call it.
no, but like I said, I could tell. I knew at halftime, like I told them, okay, what was Cole's the third quarter? I think it was the third quarter, I think it was. So at halftime, I'm like, dude, I'm getting to it. I'm going to, I promise you. I promise you, man. I know, they're all, both of them like, it's cool. Deep down, I'm like, no, you're not saying, you're thinking like, you know what they're really saying. I'm like, guys, I'm getting to it, man. I'm getting to it. It's been a weird first half. So it is, and they did, luckily we did. And they both, it was really impressive. They both did a really good job, really good.
Anything else for Coach Zebrowski?
Thanks, guys.